Hey guys, it's me, Maggie. I actually started recording this video and then I had to stop because I had lipstick all over my teeth. Literally all over. Purple too, so there was no way getting around it. So as I promised, I am uploading today a video of some of my favorite books on writing. And there's 4 different ones. They're kind of all across the board as far as genres or different ideas and tactics to bring into your writing. So I'm going to be uploading that, well, right now it's already uploaded if you're watching it, to YouTube, which is the new title for the YouTube channel. I kind of just came up with it today. Makes sense. Mew is the abbreviation for my biz, so YouTube makes sense. So I am going to go from oldest to kind of newest. Actually, I'm going to start with the oldest and then I'll kind of do the next 3 and end with my favorite one. So the first book I want to talk about is Writing Down the Bones, Freeing the Writer Within. This one's really great because the author, Natalie Goldberg, is a very prolific writer. This is its 30th anniversary edition, so it's been around for a while. And she brings together like Zen meditation and writing. She says that writing is kind of a practice of Zen meditation. This one includes forwards by Julia Cameron and Bill Addison, which is nice, and a new preface, which Goldberg herself reflects on what she's learned about writing over the past 30 years since it was originally published. So that's, I think, why I like this one is the whole Zen idea. I'm really big into meditation and yoga and crystals, and writing in itself is a very meditative practice for me. So that's one book, Writing Down the Bones by Natalie Goldberg. You should check that one out. The second one is Handling the Truth, on the writing of memoir. This one is by Beth Kephart. It was a National Book Award finalist. My phone's buzzing out the wazoo. Someone turn that off. And so yeah, it's obviously adored by a lot of people. This one's specifically about memoirs. I'm studying fiction during grad school, so this is not up my alley, but I've really enjoyed writing a lot of nonfiction recently. So it's very personal in the way that Beth kind of presents her ideas. Handling the truth obviously is something that you do when you write memoirs, and so she's been, as you know, she says she's been like blessed and bruised by the genre of memoir. It's a very difficult thing to do, especially when you are handling very difficult truths about your life, and it's kind of draws on writing techniques and practices and ideas that have kind of been proven to really help in the writing of a memoir. So if you're interested in writing memoir, you should get Handling the Truth by Beth Kephart. And also, I really like the cover design, so I do judge books by their covers sometimes. And this one's a little bit more unique. If you're at all interested in character psychology, which you probably should be, especially if you're a fiction writer and creating your own characters, then a really good book for you to check out would be Writer's Guide to Character Traits. This one was written by Linda Edelson, who has a PhD in psychology, not in writing. And basically, she talks about how she would get a lot of writers coming to her office asking questions about, if my character was this, what would happen? If my character did this as a child, what would happen later? So she put this book together, and it's basically like the easy version of all of everything, basically. If you look in the table of contents, there's everything from adult personality types, child and adolescent types, psychological disorders, criminal types, sexual issues, love, marriage, and other kind of relationships, families, ordinary and extraordinary events and how they affect a character, physical and mind-body disorders, career traits, group influences, and then appearances and communication. So like nonverbal communication, like body posture and that kind of stuff. This is one of the ones I dog ear all of these different pages, mainly because there's I write a lot about mental health, and so that plays in my fiction as well. So I'm able to kind of dog ear these things and get really good at writing characters who are accurately affected, realistically affected by either things they've been through or things they suffer through. Lastly, this is my favorite book, probably one of the first books I ever read on writing that I keep reading. It's a national bestseller. You've probably heard of it if you're familiar with books on writing at all, but it is Anne Lamott's Bird by Bird. I had a friend give this to me in high school, I believe, so like almost a decade ago. And it is probably one of the most beautifully written books. Like, looks old. That's how long I've had it. My favorite chapter is called Shitty First Drafts. So if you're sitting around reading people's novels or short stories and you think, oh man, that's really great, why can't I write like that? Well, just know that at some point that book or story was a shitty first draft. This is a really good thing to remember because everything you write in the beginning, even if it's still like has potential to get to become really, really good, and at first, in comparison to what it could be, it's going to be a shitty first draft. So she has a lot of good, very short chapters, so they're little bite-sized pieces, which I really like. A lot of it is based on personal experiences. Obviously, she's a very prolific writer. And then there's also chapters, like plot, dialogue, set design, all this kind of stuff, as well as like own personal practices and experiences she's had as a teacher and a writer. So those are my 4 favorite books on writing. Writing Down the Bones, Handling the Truth, Writer's Guide to Character Traits, and Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott. So check those out if you're interested in any of those. They're very quality. I scour the book section in Barnes & Noble every time I go, and I have so many books on writing, but these are the ones that I keep coming back to. So I would encourage you to check them out as well. That's all for this video. Soon I'm going to start uploading kind of like book discussions almost, not quite reviews, but kind of commentary on books that I'm reading for grad school. Right now I am reading Autobiography of a Face, so hopefully I will get to upload a video about that soon, and kind of like keep you updated on my different readings throughout the semester and then throughout, the whole year as grad school goes on, and any personal reading I do. If there's anything specific you'd like me to talk about in these videos, just let me know. I would love to provide any kind of advice or tips or suggestions to questions you have about creative writing in particular, since that's kind of where YouTube is centered. But also if you have questions about content or editing as well, I'm happy to make videos about that too. So that's all for now. Peace out, and I'll see you soon.